Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about Ace Hardware canceled my order and cost me thousands. Honestly, I should have opened this up with, today I am absolutely livid, but recently I had one of my startup businesses place an order with Ace Hardware. We placed it to be picked up, and not only did it go absolutely horrible, this blunder cost my business thousands in productivity, hours of my time, and all because they decided to screw us over. So in this video, we are talking all about how this Ace Hardware transaction went, how this whole event that they cost me thousands of dollars and everything in between. But before we do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain as never intended to be legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research and consult qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. I also want to be clear that I'm speaking from my experience as well as the experience of my workers, and what our collective experiences were may not reflect yours. So with that said, let's get started. Ordering the product. The product that we needed was a chainsaw, and they only had one in stock. It was like $1,400. The chainsaws that we had kept breaking because they were too small, and honestly, it was just costing us a lot of time. Like, how can we clean up the debris from Hurricane Milton if the debris was too heavy for the grappler trucks to lift? This isn't exactly how I wanted to reveal this startup, but I guess we'll make an official launch video soon, and now you got a sneak peek at it. Anyway, the process was simple. I ordered from my phone, I put in my information, I paid with my card, they said it was clear, they verified it was available. Turns out there was only one left at the store, so lucky for us, right? Well, not so much. I paid for it. I went to work on editing a video because I have a lot of videos I need to edit, including an interview I had with Miko the entrepreneur. And then I get a call from one of my partners later on saying that the Ace Hardware store we ordered was categorized under do not fulfill, which... what? So I decided to give them a call to see what's going on. Dealing with the store. So we give the store a call and they transfer us to Seth. He was the one who was pretty much handling the transaction so far. And during the transaction, he explained to me that the bank didn't pay him for the order. Meanwhile, the transaction went through my card. So either they were lying or there was something more to this. I thought talking to the manager would help, but reality, Chris kind of reiterated some things that Seth was saying, so I decided to call the bank and see if that's actually the case. Dealing with the bank. I contacted the bank of the card that I used, and to be clear, if there was an issue with the card, I would not be surprised. This card had a few failed attempts already due to the fact that this is the first time we're really getting this much stuff for a startup, so if the transaction declined, I really wouldn't be that surprised, but I asked for a note to be made, and it looked like it went through in terms of the transaction on my card, so I would not be shocked if it happened this way, but I still wanted to make sure if their claim was valid or not. I got on the phone, and yes, they confirmed everything went through no problem, and to be honest, I feel kind of bad for the chick on the phone at the time, because I came at her pretty hard because we've had a lot of calls to Chase Bank recently. So either I was being lied to those in the store, or something else is going on. So I contacted Ace Hardware corporate support to see what happened. Dealing with Ace Hardware corporate support. First person I spoke to was Lisa, who was trying to tell me that the order transaction was received, verified, payment was received, but they didn't want to put it through. Why? Because their system was just not allowing them to put the order through. I asked to speak to a supervisor, and she tried to play keep away with her supervisor. Why would they ever play keep away with their supervisor? I don't know. But every time people play keep away with the supervisor, I know they're full of nonsense. They kept trying to make it sound like it would be a huge waste of time to contact the supervisor in question, and of course kept playing keep away. Also, she kept trying to have me verbally agree to the idea that they wouldn't do anything, which proves that this was a scam. They were trying to get me to legally validate them scamming me. Why play keep away and try to have me verbally agree to something when they could clarify it on their own, and here you are wasting everyone's time? She put me on hold twice, and the first time she was saying,
"Well, my supervisor said.
Your supervisor didn't say shit. He hit in the back because you're wasting my time and you didn't want to put me through, even though you said you were going to put me through, you low-functioning fuck. Do your job and put me through to a supervisor. Finally, she put Adrian on the line. It only took 50 minutes for one person to do their job. And this so-called supervisor, while he seemed more responsive and communicative, he didn't seem like he was really planning on helping. Like one of those wolf in sheep's clothing supervisors that seem so willing to help, but his hands are always tied. After going back and forth for a while and him putting me on hold to check on things, going back and not putting me on hold, obviously he didn't know what he was doing. Obviously he was lying, but he gave me 3 options. Go to the store and get it myself. By the way, they can't put cards over the phone because reasons. Try the transaction again, only to watch it fail. And finally, fuck off. Oh, and by the way, he tried bribing me with a $50 gift card as well to try to have me go away, which is gross for many reasons. I'll get to that in a minute. But I can't justify working with a bunch of low-functioning people like those who work in the back office who can't even fulfill a basic transaction on their own. I ended up emailing the CEO of Ace Hardware, John Van Hoozian, explaining the situation, how it's costing my business thousands of dollars for every time they decide to be a low-functioning fucktard of a company, and how I'm about to take legal action. And by the way, that $50 gift card should justify everything, right? Of course, it led to Michelle contacting me, who claimed to be working next to John Vahuzian, which is full of shit. I know she's full of shit, and if she is, she's so bad at her job, she did not earn her current position. And she told me basically the same thing that Adrian did, except she was even worse at her job. Every time she said she could do something, she reneged on her statement. She confirmed that my card went through, even though she claimed not to know the real reason why it wasn't going through. She confirmed that she can have the card put through, but not through them, through PayPal, and credit me the 3% that I would get upcharged, but she would lie on that as well. She would claim that I was not letting her talk when she was interrupting me mid-sentence in order to talk. What I also love is how when she said,
"Sir, you are on a recorded line."
Yeah, so am I. You're being recorded too. And it's amazing how she got a lot less loose with her words and wasn't just saying anything I wanted to hear just to get something out there. Because she knows she was full of shit. And that's the piss-poor integrity and character of the low-functioning fucks at Ace Hardware. Also, every time I kept calling her out on her BS, she kept claiming I was yelling, even though she was talking over me and yelling over me, proving that they were trying to gaslight me into thinking they were trying to help, but in reality, they were only looking to get paid because that is the low-functioning failure that is Michelle. It's amazing how they are quick to point out when I'm being mad, but when I call out their lying and their actions, they get all uppity about it. Moving forward, if I ever find myself in the unfortunate situation where I need a product from Ace Hardware and I can't get it from like a local place or a mom and pop shop or literally anywhere else, I would either get it in person or get someone else to get it in person, because I would never work with Ace Hardware by choice. How can you have less integrity and character than Doordash? What a huge case of false advertising this is.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
When they have literally less than no one helping and they are failures at the most basic of tasks. I feel bad for the people who worked on the ground in Woodruff, South Carolina, because they probably have had this issue too damn often, when in reality, the back office is so horrendously bad at their job. They make low-functioning autistic people look like Ivy League students. I got upset with Sean and Chris, but in reality, the people in the back office are so stupid they shouldn't even have jobs. I'm definitely going to have a discussion about this with my lawyer, because they cost thousands of dollars in business damages. But either way, if you have to use them, go in person. Everyone is better off without the failures in the back office getting in the way. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.